Hey rodeo fans, Will Charlton back here at the Four Seasons Arena for the final night of competition at the Montana Circuit Finals. Let's see who brings home some good cash. Will Charlton here at the Four Seasons Arena for Championship Saturday of the Northern Seed Divisional Basketball Tournament. A pair of state seed tournament berths on the line these ever so important games. For the first time in the state of Montana's history, a football player was sent down to Texas to play in the All-American Bowl, and that is none other than Great Falls High's Broden Mullen. Will Charlton here at the University of Providence's McLaughlin Center, where tonight the NAI National Women's Basketball Tournament tips off. And the Argos look to once again begin a deep postseason run, starting here in their own gym against the College of Idaho Yotes. Will Charlton here at the Great Falls Iceplex as the NA3HL's Frontier Division Finals start tonight. It's game one between two familiar foes, the Helena Bighorns and Great Falls Americans. State wrestling is officially underway here at First Interstate Arena in Billings, and let's get into the day one highlights for the girls that are competing this weekend. It's not very often you hear of someone who enlists for service in the United States Army and then makes a return to playing college hockey. But for Providence's Charles Lupolo, he did just that.
Said everything kind of just aligned here at UP for me to have an opportunity to play, and we were kind of in the right family situation where I had some time, and I thought, why not? You don't get these chances very often.
Prior to wearing the Argo hockey sweater for the past near 3 seasons, Charles Lupolo was serving in the United States Army for about 4 years, something he said had always been a dream of his to do since he was a kid.
You know, in high school, my parents kind of talked me out of going right away. I originally was considering joining right out of high school, but it was something I always wanted to do, and I just kind of decided to go for it one day and haven't looked back since.
During his service, he said he spent a lot of time overseas in Europe, traveling to places a person might not normally see in their lives.
So I was in Germany for a while, saw most of Europe and everything, got to see places in the world I never thought I'd be able to see, and it kind of took me to places the world people don't necessarily travel to. I went to some areas definitely over in Europe where they don't have kind of the luxuries we have here.
Before enlisting, he started out playing college hockey at Minnesota State Mankato, although he said he didn't ever think he would make a return to the sport.
Coming back, my first game for UP was my first competitive game in probably 7 or 8 years. So it had been a while, and I was feeling it at first.
After Lupolo finished his service, him and his wife, who he said currently is active duty in the Air Force, made a move to Great Falls for that reason in 2021. Lupolo then said he used veteran benefits to enroll at University of Providence, where the hockey team was in need of players.
And through that, I kind of naturally drifted towards the hockey guys. They were in need of players, and I just kind of came out for the team and kind of stuck with it for the last about 3 years now.
He said out the gates it was a tough adjustment making a return, but his confidence was boosted thanks to his time in the Army, which helps with playing hockey.
They instill in you to be confident in yourself, and that's something that can definitely translate to the ice. And then just keeping in shape and stuff. Even since leaving the Army, physical fitness is something I take seriously, which obviously helps in the game of hockey.
And now Lupolo is wrapping up his time at Providence as he expects to graduate this spring. He said he hopes he can stay involved with hockey afterwards in some way.
Whether it's coaching the youth levels or something like that. I previously coached a youth team here at Great Falls. So I'd like to stay involved with hockey.
Lupolo and the Argos have 4 more regular season games left to play as they aim at another appearance in the ACHA Division II National Tournament. In Great Falls, Will Charlton, MTN Sports. This past weekend, the NAI's National Women's Wrestling Tournament took place in Park City, Kansas. And for just the second time ever, the University of Providence brought home an individual national champion. That's junior Erin Akiji.
It was incredible. I really just don't know how to explain myself right now. I think I'm still processing it. I still feel like it hasn't really hit me yet.
After falling just 1 match short in her first 2 seasons of college wrestling, Providence's Erin Akiji is a national champion. This past Saturday, March 15th, Akiji took down Alexis Miller of Oklahoma City University to take home the weight class 103 crown. She said that previously losing on that stage, especially last season, brought her extensive amounts of motivation to be number 1.
Last year I was really disappointed, so it's just really great that I have all these amazing emotions now, and I just feel satisfied that now that season is done, I can just relax. I have such a weight off my shoulders, it feels like.
Her head coach, Matt Atwood, also said a huge weight is now lifted off her shoulders and that it's a well-deserved title.
Yeah, it was awesome, especially watching the last few seconds take off and knowing that she just won her national title. It was cool.
Coming into college, though, Akiji said she never envisioned competing at a national championship level, and now here she is.
I'm just so proud of myself. I'm just excited to see what's in store for me next year and what's in store for a lot of my teammates.
Speaking of Akiji's teammates, she said that having their support was one of the biggest reasons why she was able to become a champion.
Like a bunch of them came up to me and they're like, wow, I just feel so lucky to be your teammate. I'm like, you shouldn't feel lucky. Like, I'm lucky to have you guys. I mean, you guys help me every single day, not just on the mat, but off the mat. Like, we're friends off the mat too. So, I mean, it's just great having them. I'm just so lucky to have them.
And Atwood said he hopes this title sets a precedent for the program moving forward.
It shows that it's obtainable. There's a handful of girls that have kind of been in the same boat. They know it's obtainable. 2 national finalists this year, 3 semifinalists. Like, those 3 are locked in and they know that they can win a national title. And now, especially these younger girls coming in, they can see that it's something that they can do.
Akiji would look to ride this momentum into her senior year where she can become a 4-time All-American. In Great Falls, Will Charlton, MTN Sports.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of MTN Sports Extra. I'm Will Charlton in for Tom Wiley tonight. We start the show with an honorary story of a former Montana Lady Grizz. Malia Kipp's legacy is an important one in Montana's history and what she meant for Native American athletes. News broke on December 31st that Kipp tragically passed away, but her impact will of course always live on. MTN's Kyle Hansen looks back at the life and legacy she leaves in the Treasure State. For the 3rd consecutive year, the Saco Whitewater Hinsdale girls are once again the Class C state basketball champions. And while the Mavericks may no longer be on Class C's largest ever winning streak, they rallied together to complete the three-peat. This past Wednesday on Christmas Day, Montana's most prestigious annual football game, the East-West Shrine Bowl, released its roster for 2025's contest. And a team that was well represented on the East roster was the Malta Mustangs, the most recent Class B state champions. One of Class B's breakout teams over the past couple of seasons in girls basketball are the Ennis Mustangs. MTN's Luke Shelton caught up with a key player who can light it up from distance. From slams and pins on the wrestling mats to slam dunks and buzzer beaters on the hardwood, it's time for another top 5 plays of the week from Montana high school athletes in this week's edition of MTN Game Changers.